Hello everyone, how are you all doing? First parallel play night in a while. It is really nice to be back to it. I am hoping that the 2 OBS disconnects I've had already don't end up being a further recurring pattern tonight. That would not be good. But, no one else is here tonight though, or not here tonight yet. They'll be popping in at some point. Jasper's gonna be here, Niall's gonna be here, not sure about Mamu. But first off, I still have a weekly I need to complete. So, I'm gonna see if I can grab the last armor piece I need for Gunbreaker. Also, find up to 6 blades, so gonna have a new stage weapon soon. Been nice having the Skyruin wings, but yeah. I also have that earring from yesterday, which I'm still over the moon about. IL 730, god. Yeah, that is gonna be nice to have more high up stuff. But, gonna have to earn it. Hopefully M2S won't be that bad. We're not actually going in blind this time, so that should make it a bit better. Less than 5 minutes. Do I have Wondrous Tales? I do. I need to do the whole thing, okay. And soon, because maintenance tomorrow. So, I'll see about doing a lot of this tonight. I don't really have much to say off the bat yet, mostly because I just streamed yesterday and haven't really done much since. I did go get some stuff to celebrate after clearing. But 2 tanks shouldn't be that hard to get, like, for on content, but it's only been 2 minutes. I should be patient. I want to do things is the challenge. Gotta be a bit careful with my shoulder tonight. It's been acting up again. Hopefully there won't be too many connection issues to FF14 as well. It seems resolved now, but I was getting some trouble getting in because of another big DDoS wave, 2002s, the like. But it seems mostly resolved. I haven't actually encountered any issues since I got into the game, so... all the way down here! Okay, I guess we're doing that. Yeah, I don't know if I ever mentioned, I did get the air wheeler, so that's very nice. You might notice I don't have nearly as much skill anymore, but, oh well, worth it. Very fun mount. I don't think it has mount speed increase, but it does feel really nice to go around on. Again, let me get up to this area in the FC house. They've done a lot of redecoration, and it is real pretty. Okay, there we go. And all the way down I go again. Oh well, it's fine. We're queuing in. Almost. DPS, please. DPS, please. Last DPS, please. There we go. And hope I actually get the piece this time. Up. I mean, portraits, oh well. Chai tea.
The brute mother has muscled his way into the ring!
I don't know whose job that is, actually. I should learn more jobs at some point, probably, but I don't know if I want to do melee. It doesn't seem like my sort of thing. Backbuster, okay.
Even I felt that one! Oh! But the challenger's still standing!
I've seen a couple things from this fight in Savage, and oh my god, the tower knockback stuff is so fucking cool. So, no problem. I just... No, if I want to be Cat, good to see you. Hope you're doing good. Need to hit Soteria, but oh well. Dealing Flap Cat and Jim's dropping ominous messages. Oh no. Also dinner, yeah. Oh. You need to be there. Reverse barrage, okay. Positioning. Eating late, yeah. It's pretty late for you, huh? Oh, time zones are fucked. Finally, at least up here, it's starting to get darker earlier, but... Sorry if I'm not the most talkative tonight. This is my first time doing 4 streams in a week in a long while. I noticed while I was getting up, wait, yeah, I did the Wednesday VOD Dev stream too, which is like, this is pushing my stream stamina. Now, I'm gonna do my best to keep it up, but oh boy. Okay, you can actually stay in the middle there, okay.
Don't mind me.
It's a bit parched. Yeah. And this. I'm surprised that's not an AoE in the Savage, honestly. It really looks like it would be. God, these raids are so fucking interesting. They, like, just the whole wrestling motif. I hope that 2nd and 3rd tiers are even better. Okay, this one is gonna be move. Impact. No problem. Okay. It's gonna stay. Every time. Luckily I don't got hit from it, but you know, it is always swap the first one and stay the second. I don't have any other sting. That's annoying, but whatever. It's only uptime. Oh, same. Regen. There. It's that. You gonna give me this thing? Okay. Good. dot up time. Need to remember the dot up time. Okay. Use Fury. Does it feel like here-ish? And then here-ish. Oh no!
A vicious blow.
I really fucked that one.
Leave a mark.
I'm just not gonna do anything. Okay. Backbuster. And just wait for my resources to come back, basically. Okay. It's gonna... Finally getting some mana back. Brutal Impact. There. Okay. Now we're fine. Sandwich again. A lot of these. And... oh, connection issues. Boy. They're fine. Cutting costs. Launch the lariat. Up. Safe. Good.
They're still in it, but for how long?
There we go. And sure, some regen. We have melees.
What power? Looks like someone isn't holding back.
Don't know why the dancer used it, but oh well. There. Problem. That. Never punished. Okay, no, kind of punished, but never punished. And there we go. Oh, hey, Spirit Bomb. I'm gonna... think... oh,
It's all
shit.
over. Until next
Need...
time.
okay, let's fucking go. Wow. Okay, good luck tonight. So... Equestrian. And, okay, there's my armor. Excellent, awesome. And a comm, nice. What am I doing now? Solution 9. There we go. Ooh, shoulder. Need to remember to do my stretches more often. Okay, excess. Okay, there. Thought I gotten rid of that already. Oh well. And Gunbreaker. Heavy Hollow Gear. Cycle War 1. I'm going to want that coat of ending. Ta-da! And wreck gear. Excellent. Update. All good? Yay. Okay, awesome. So that's that done now. Wondrous Tales, I guess. Well, folks, get here. So what do I even have? 1 to 49. Come on. 61, 69, 90. Okay. Stormblood, Endwalker, Gordius, Deltascape, Espadillos. Thank you for some Deltascape and Asphalt. So. And Asphodels. There. Asphodels 1, 2. Okay. Asphodels it is. Okay. I have not done this in a while, so hopefully shouldn't be that bad. Please, last DPS, come on. Okay, there we go. Let's save a compass, no problem. I don't get Psyche in here. Tall and squishy. Guess we're just... Oh, that's a first time Reaper, huh? Okay, well, not too bad, luckily. That box is way too big. Just don't get hit. It's that easy. Go. Okay. I forgot to do spirit bombs. Yes, you're right. Yeah, no, it's it's pandemonium. They all start with raid wides. Backbuster. That was close. Oh, here's no tank. Right, so main body is both forward and back. The head is forward only. Okay. So there. Let's say. First time, so there, no problem. We apply dot. There's this. I could reach everyone over there, but it did. Super good, okay. keep wanting to hit Psyche, but I don't have it. At least it's only level 90, so it's not that big a deal. Excellent. Knock back mid. Ah. Association right, and now they actually move differently. Okay. With that lane. Oh. Back. There we go. There. No problem. Push out of my mitt, but oh well. I do have follows. Perfect. Oh, you're wide now, okay. Funnels. Reply there, and spreads again. Oh, kind of. Hi, Niall. What's up?
I joined a little bit ago. The one that just joined was Jasper. I
Oh,
think.
hiya.
That was a pretty good intro for that.
Oh, I didn't hear it.
It's the Dark Souls summons.
Ah. Oh, I've got Discord turned down a bit too much. I'll fix that in just a second. Oh. Okay, there. Hi, hope you two are doing good.
I was able to actually get dinner, thankfully.
Yay.
Someone was helpful enough to do that. But like I was staying, I saw my phone like they were very close by us, so I went and stood in like the bathroom with the light off so I could like see when they arrived. My horrible agoraphobic ass being like, nah, I can't handle people.
Yeah.
So I watched. The lady that
geez,
dropped it off
wow.
was really cute and was really cute, and I'm like, oh no, she's pretty.
Yeah.
My dumb gay ass be like, oh, this is weird.
F.
me watching her drop off my food from the bathroom is like, oh, that's some creepy vibes. But you know what? I'm terrified of people, so
Yeah.
it's on my phone. I swear.
Jasper, thank you very much for subscribing for 23 months. Jeez.
Yee. Almost 2 years.
They gave me the wrong free burger though.
F.
They're doing like a thing that's like, you have like this amount of food in your inventory, not inventory, in your cart. You get this like a fiery bacon king for free, and I'm like, I kind of want that. So I did that, and then it's the wrong one because it's not spicy. It's too much mayo and it's got onions on it, and I'm like, I didn't even ask for any. I didn't. Like, it's free, I get that, but like, come on, man.
Yeah.
I get that it's 9 p.m. on a Sunday, but Jesus.
That sounds like they swapped your order with someone else's.
No, everything else is totally correct.
Well, no, I mean that one
It's
piece
just
of
the
it.
wrong. Well, I think it's just the wrong burger. It's like it's similar to another one that they have. So it's like, all right, they have like a spicy version and then like a non-spicy version, and it's like, well,
Yeah.
like I get it, but like, come on, man. It was in the right packaging. I just think they probably put the wrong burger in the wrong packaging.
No one tell PETA I'm killing rabbits with a Remington 700 in this video game.
One Human is also my latest addiction. It's really good.
Yeah, I am screen sharing in case you wanna see my stuff.
I just fucking wish that there was a an actual cross-server play.
Yeah.
I had to restart on this server because it's where more than only one of my friends is playing. So I was like, well, that's gonna be the server I play on then.
Which one is it?
151.
Oh. All our friends that also don't play on the same server as me.
Funny Pokemon number.
Yeah. Hopefully, One Human will get like server visit at some point.
The thing that gets me is, so they don't let you they don't let your character transfer servers, and they give you a max of you can only make 10 characters. Which, I mean, makes sense, kind of. You don't want to overfill the servers with the same people, but like, then let me visit servers. Like, let me take my character from 139 and go play with my friend on 145. You know?
Yeah, no, 100%. Basically what FF14 does.
The problem, however, is that you also have to remember this. This game is one of those games that resets character progress after enough time.
Yeah, this game does do wipes.
And I don't like that. I only found that out recently, and I'm like, why do we have to do that? But, like, if case, and they do have it so that it's like, there are certain things you retain.
Your base, I think you'll keep. Most of your gear, you'll keep. Anything that's marked seasonal, you will lose.
Yes, but you also have to store the things that you can keep in that, like, what the hell do they call it? Ever Island or whatever the fuck it's called?
Something like that.
But like, the way they have it set up is a little bit tedious. Like, it's one thing to do character wipes, but it's another when it's like, some things you'll keep, but you gotta make sure that you do this with it, otherwise you lose it, and we gotta remake it, etc. It's like, oh, whatever.
I get what they're going for, but yeah.
Yeah. My only concern, like, I think that they also, it's like, before that all servers get wiped, because also, not all servers go at the same time. It's like a sequential thing, depending on what season, or like what part of the season they're on. So I think the one I'm on currently has like a good month left or so.
Hey Jasper, check the group chat. Oh, hey.
But yeah, I love that the rap radio station is called A Side of Fries. Just the radio station names are great.
Yeah.
I love Abyss Oracle so much.
Abyss Oracle's great. The like slow R&B is called 80 degrees Celsius.
Yeah. What? Actually, I know very little about One Human. What genre is it even? It sounds like a survival game.
It is a survival-based builder game with elements of Lovecraftian Eldritch horror.
Yum.
No, I don't call it Lovecraftian. That shit, Lovecraftian implies they are from. I don't call it Lovecraftian at all, purely because it's not really Lovecraftian. it's extra dimensional and reality bending, yes, but Lovecraftians don't reality bend. They're more like they exist as entities from beyond wherever, but they don't bend reality. This is what I guess I would refer to as more like a I don't think that's a really good term for it.
It's cosmic horror.
Oh, hi, Nikki.
I wouldn't call it that either, because they're not from outer space.
Well, the thing is that
No,
cosmic
there's
doesn't
a Lovecraft thing.
necessarily.
There's a Lovecraft story literally called "The Color Out of Space."
No, I know, but it's like I don't consider this Lovecraftian horror because it doesn't fit the vibe of Lovecraft.
Well, Lovecraftian horror and cosmic horror are kind of two different things now.
Yeah.
Like, Lovecraftian inspired cosmic horror, but cosmic horror does not necessarily encapsulate Lovecraft.
That makes sense.
I would honestly put it. I guess I'm trying to figure out like what, because like it has like so I guess the theme I can say this. They recently added a new entity to the game. It's one of the ancient ones, they call it. And the whole plot of the game is, I think it was like 30 or 40 years prior to the events of the game, a company called Rosetta somehow broke reality. I forget what the actual method of what they did with it was. I think it was they.
Hope it had nothing to do with stone.
Well, that's funny. And that name is pretty on point considering that's like one of the themes they're going with. It's like they like shattered time space essentially, and then reality began warping in on itself to the point that like you have like things that are like hodgepodge meshes of like creature, people, and then objects. There's a boss that shows up at some point. That's like a dungeon, quote unquote dungeon boss. That is like, think Siren Head, but it's got like stoplights for like multiple faces almost. And its mechanic is if it sees you do any kind of motion when its faces turn red, then you are petrified temporarily, as is everything else in the area. So it's not just you, it's also whoever you go in with and the enemies as well if they're not behind a wall.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, it's like in like a panopticon, like prison kind of setting. It's like, oh, this is a really cool boss.
That's really interesting. Sadly, I don't think this game interests me. Just not for me.
It's visually, yeah. Like I would say that like a lot of the cool things about it come from the visuals mostly. They recently added the new thing because it's like this. It's a big, but like I want a plushie of Busman so badly.
Yeah,
I
think the main thing is, one, I don't like survival games, and two, cosmic horror is not my thing.
That's fair.
How dare you have a different opinion of
my hands down my favorite thing so far about the game, other than the metal radio station that I get to listen to, is that the first pistol the game gives you for talking to a character and they give you blueprints for a gun is the fucking Desert Eagle.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, you're starting guns with fucking Deagle.
Let's not
beat around the bush. We know what the people are here for.
Yeah.
9mm Glock 17. Nah, you don't need that shit. What you need.
They skip you.
Desert Eagle, chambered in 50 Action Express.
They take you. They take you from a bog standard 30-06 to an M82 50 cal. And that's just the leap, and it's like, okay.
Ironically, the M82 was weaker than the bolt actions.
I still have it. I have it. It was the first sniper rifle I got was the M82.
Yeah. I'm still vibing with just the base bolt action rifle.
Yeah,
I think it's fine.
I'm using the,
something I'm surprised none of you have mentioned is, Lemma, the game you've interacted with the most over the past half a decade is Minecraft.
Yeah. And that's fine. The only games I've really socialized with in the past 15 years has been Borderlands.
I mean, I'm saying in context of me saying I don't like survival games.
It's a different kind of survival game.
I'd also say that like Minecraft is also like you can do more with it than you can with one human.
Yeah.
Minecraft
you can
at
mod
its core,
the fuck out of Minecraft for one.
I will say Minecraft at its core isn't a survival game; it's a sandbox that is also
I was gonna say the same
One
thing.
Human is the opposite. It's a survival game that's also a base builder.
Chat, I'm cooked.
What do you gotta do?
One of the duties on Wondrous Tales is dungeons level 1 to 49.
Well, I guess it's time to go do Copperbell.
I was gonna say Halatali. I still don't know which one is worse.
I'd argue Copperbell. I think Halatali looks cool.
Well, they redid Copperbell, so it's more manageable though. Like there are actual boss fights now.
I'd say that the original version of Copperbell is still better than the current version of Halatali.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't think they touched Halatali. I don't think they did. I'm just doing Arm Veil. Fuck it. The tank will adjust.
Understandable.
Yeah.
Wait, isn't I thought Arm Veil was 50.
Nope, Orm Vale is 47.
I think it's also an optional dungeon, technically?
Yes.
It is an optional dungeon.
But it's a dungeon level 1 to 49, so it counts.
Yes.
One more thing I'll say about Once Human that I really like. When I turn on my motorcycle, the leg that goes down, they lean your leg away, just like you would on an actual motorcycle if you were riding it.
Chat.
Yeah, the motorcycle movement feels very natural in the game.
The tank is trying to kill all the mobs.
Yeah. See, I would have gone with Hawk Manor, because it's my favorite Realm Reborn dungeon. For obvious reasons.
Should have done Hawk.
Like, yes, it's low level, and it's like,
God.
30, but hot succubus ladies.
True, but also, Jesus fucking Christ, this tank.
I know, right?
Hold the entire room.
The entire first room?
Yep.
The entire
first room.
I mean, more power to them, I suppose.
Not really. They were the first to get nuked.
Yeah.
Just by frogs.
We have a mentor in here. It's not the tank.
It's not the tank. Whom's is the mentor? Is it the...
it is the
it all made
machinist.
Sense. Then you said it wasn't.
Okay, that makes sense. Of course, a machinist would absolutely, like, take on mentor in duty roulette.
Oh, do you want to know what you get if you kill and skin enough rabbits in this game?
A lot of rabbit pelts.
You get you get a lot of rabbit meat. You only get pelts, but you get this thing if you do it enough called the lethal rabbit, which works inside your territory, can hunt animals, and will bring back leather and meat. It's a rabbit with red eyes and wears a suit.
Oh yeah.
My favorite Monty Python character.
That might actually have been what it was somewhat inspired by, because I think its name was like Killer Rabbit or something.
Yeah,
wasn't
the
it?
Killer Rabbit.
Yeah.
I meant in the game. I'm trying to remember what it was called.
It's called the Lethal Rabbit here.
Lethal Rabbit. Yeah.
And based on the fact that Once Human's translation is Hawk Garbo, probably what they were going for.
Yeah.
It's actually not, like, it's not nearly as bad as it comes off as. To be perfectly fair, I went back and watched IGP's video that was up about it when he played, like, 8 months ago. This game has come so far in those few 8 months.
Sure.
The dialogue can still be fixed, yes. There are some bits where, like, the text is not matching with what they're saying, but the voice acting's really good, it's coherent, and that's more than you can say for most games like this that are from overseas developers. That, like, come out of nowhere with no real marketing. Yeah. So it's like, hey,
I need 15 copper ingots, not 5. Fuck. Also, there's this cute little paper doll that will walk around and eat.
Oh yeah, the Shikigami will clean up your house for you and can get you some good junk. The lethal rabbit, if I recall correctly, will actively hunt creatures for you, so it'll bring back like raw meat and hide.
Oh yeah, it'll bring back raw meat and leather pelts.
Yeah.
Then there's this little guy. He's called, what's he called again?
Okay, good. The
F3 gel.
The tank
yeah,
has
the shield jelly.
Which when you
the
fight
tank
him,
is trying to eat a fruit.
keyword there, trying.
To be fair, it wasn't their fault. The boss put an AoE over the entire area where the fruit was.
Awesome.
I respect it. They just like fruit. They just like fruit. What can you do?
Yeah. So there's the festering gel. I think I said it was, or is that what his name is?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Gel, which when you fight him, because you have to fight that one to unlock him. When you fight him, super fucking OP, has a machine gun and then a rocket launcher. But then when you get him, all he can do for you is put like a little riot barricade directly in front of you that you can hide behind.
Yeah. He goes from like super super creepy machine grafted body horror monster to little smiling slime friend. And he makes a shield for you. To be perfectly honest though, I can't blame him. If I were also being like harassed by horrid voices of like 15 people at once, all screaming out in agony, yeah, I'd probably pick up a minigun and start killing people too.
Yeah, fair enough.
That's like, if I did like deal with like unwanted like groups of people that just somehow got slurped into my body as well, yeah, I wouldn't fare very well either.
To show off my favorite one, I'll have to teleport to my friend's base.
I think my favorite deviant's the jellyfish. I've been using that one a lot. Put an AoE wave of insta-freeze.
Chat, I had to burn my swift cast on not a res.
Oh no.
Ooh.
Which, if you know me, is something I literally never do.
Which,
it's not something you're supposed to do.
What boss fight are you on?
We're on the coin counter.
Second?
Yeah.
Yes, second boss, yeah.
Yeah.
The one that used to have no markers, so it caused people genuine pain.
Yeah.
So it's not really
Yeah, the original game expected you to just know what a Cyclops' attacks are. But I don't believe there are any other Cyclopses before now.
I don't think before now, no.
Yeah. Oh, they're in Guild Leaves and Fates.
Which ARR, when it was just ARR, expected you to be doing.
Yeah, unfortunately that hasn't really changed. It's not as much now, but the game still expects you to do everything in it because, like, it's an MMO, and the people who play MMOs typically want to do literally everything.
Clarify
they can.
what you mean by expects you to.
Well, the boss you're currently fighting is a good example of that.
But it's like, not anymore.
No, yeah, you're right, not anymore. Like I said, it's not nearly as bad as it used to be. There are still some places where they expect you to do something else when it's like, it's totally optional content you may not have even known about until recently. I think the biggest offender of that is the whole Manderville relic weapon stuff, where it's like, why is that tied to a quest line that I will have to do the entirety of from the start, from A Realm Reborn, just to get this thing that will be totally outdated by the next expansion? That seems a little asinine, but alright.
Yeah, it was...
But that's also just me.
Yeah.
I've done relic weapon gathering, so I mean,
I will say that the Mandervilles were the least painful relics to get.
From what I've heard, yeah. And now it's probably even more so, because now it's just poetics and not even fucking the current tones.
Yeah.
So, like, it's like now it... Yeah, without question, despite the fact that it's like... I don't really... Like, there are a couple that it's like, oh, they look neat in a couple places, but, like, you have to do the entirety of the weapon to get the replicas, and I still don't like that feature.
That's not the case. That's not the case with Manderville.
Oh my god, why did they not change that for every other one in the game then?
Yeah.
They've got to go back and change those old ones. I don't care about those people who bitch and whine about, I got it the hard way, well then you should have waited.
Yeah.
This was made for a time where they didn't have much to go for yet. Like, they're still coming up in the game. They're still learning their way through it.
Yeah, specifically with Mandervilles, you can get replicas of each step as soon as you unlock them. Or as soon as you unlock that step.
Which is like, yeah, that's gotta be retroactively added at some point.
Yeah.
Okay. I want the people that can look at my screen share to look at my screen share real quick. This dog, this kitty cat. How big do you think he is when he's outside?
Wait, which one is it? Did you say?
This extra dimensional cat.
Ah, yeah, that one.
Hey,
it's my favorite. He looks like he's just a tiny little guy. And his job is to accompany me to sleep. So let me go lay in a bed.
I will say you have to have enough room in wherever your bed is, like on either side. I think
you have to have a full enough space for another bed next to you, but not put a bed there.
Yeah.
He just lays next to you. He's fucking huge.
Alright,
like it's a kitten, but it's gigantic.
Yeah, at least the tank knows to not get every disease.
I watched my daughter recently play the demo for FF16 on PC. I'm like, oh my god, watching a Morble do shit in real time is great.
Yeah.
It's not a game I do want to play, but like... money.
Ready?
At least it's $50.
Yeah,
Finding out that it wasn't a $70 title on PC, I was like, alright.
You know, it's so funny that they reduced the price on PC. Get fucked, Sony.
They should. I mean, like I saw that post a long while ago where it's like, digital games should not be even 60 or 50 because like there's no distributing rights for a digital copy. It was like, yeah, like the whole like physical copy distribution stuff is why like games usually went like higher than they are to produce to an extent, or to physically put together as a device. But like, yeah, but like, yeah, that's shocking. Like, I'm gonna pull my Ron Burgundy because I don't believe you. Spins in chair. Nope. Light cigarette. Just look you dead in the eye. I don't believe you. That's insane that it's 50 on PC.
Yeah.
I will say though.
I mean, that gives you a good idea of just like how big a publisher takes.
Yeah.
From a sell, because that's just an equal. I think that's just like a fixed amount they take. They don't just get like 20%, 30% or whatever. They're just like, we take a flat amount. So.
Oh boy, time for level. Oh, thank God, 61 to 69, not 51 to 59. I don't have to do fucking Heavensward dungeons.
I don't know if working on or figuring out Godot is a great idea in parallel play, but
I mean, I'd say it's a good idea. I am literally right here to help if you have any questions.
I appreciate it. I don't mean it like that.
I will drop everything and kill my entire party to answer a Godot question.
I respect it. I don't mean it like that, for the record. It's just more like, oh god, my ADHD.
Yeah, I get it.
It's fine. My current struggle is collision, figuring that out.
Oh, I can loot that card too. Oh,
I have static bodies and I have rigid bodies, but rigid bodies don't do things. So I think it's because I don't have the right stuff figured out.
Rigid bodies can only be moved by code. They will not be moved by like the physics engine.
Yeah.
They are for like the floor or whatever.
Mm-hmm. So rigid bodies for floor.
Yeah. Rigid body for like floor, wall, anything that like is a constant will not be affected unless it's like a scripted event or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah. Kinetic body is for things that are affected by physics but are not controlled by the player.
Mm-hmm.
And then character body is for control by the player, of course.
Right. My current issue is that static body's working just fine. I use that for the floor.
Yeah.
But rigid body, it has like weird. It has weird collision where it only kind of works. So I think I either generated the mesh incorrectly, or
you might not have your collision shape set up properly.
Yeah.
I can take.
One of my party members in this fucking Ultima fight says, "Such negative riz. This was not my intention."
God. Yeah, Nikki. As soon as I'm done with this dungeon, crack open a screen share, and I will look at what you got and see what to do.
Appreciate it. I'll just
Also, I fucking love that our Viper is named Meteor Warrior, and they look just like fucking the trailer character.
God.
I really gotta give props to the people who commit to that as a bit. Like that it's good.
Mm-hmm. One of the DPS in here is named Brogy Pyrogi.
Are they all? Oh, they better be a Lalafell.
That would be a canonical Lalafell name, I believe.
Hrothgar.
That's just an oversized.
It's funny.
Lalafell.
It's funny.
I mean, like when you really think about it, everyone's a Lalafell,
Who wants to look at
like,
a homeless guy who wanted to show his skill in the kitchen? No one wants to look like a homeless guy who wanted to show his skill in the kitchen. God. Dude.
Like, you've seen what happens to potatoes that you just fucking let grow, right?
Yeah.
They will reach toward whatever light material they can find, and it's a horrifying image.
Yeah.
I mean, potatoes in general are just fucked up.
They are.
You leave like a pile of that shit in open air, and it will kill people. Potatoes do not fuck around.
They are technically a nightshade.
That, you know? What is it with humanity that has decided that they should eat the most dangerous shit imaginable?
Because everything is the most dangerous shit imaginable.
Okay. I mean...
I know, but it's like... Okay, but a good example of this. Do you know where cashews come from?
Where?
They come from fucking... They're the little nodules on the bottoms of peppers, if I recall correctly. And they are in capsules of pure fucking cyanide. The reason why cashews are so expensive is because if you do not clean those things properly, they will outright kill you within seconds.
Everyone wants a challenge.
And it's like, what convinced us to try and eat those?
I mean, we ate apples, and apple seeds have cyanide.
Yeah.
Well, yes, but like, you can
clearly we can fuck around with nature.
Yeah, you can spit out apple seeds.
That's where the term "an apple a day keeps the doctor away" comes from.
Because of cyanide?
Because the belief was, if you microdosed yourself with cyanide enough, it would boost your immune system to poisons.
You know?
I'm gonna microdose myself with 9mm so I can eventually survive a 50 cal, no problem.
Yeah. It reminds me a lot of the theory that the Salem witch trials were potentially a hallucination for multi-breath.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was one that but like that I feel like that was only a catalyst and not really the cause, you know?
Yeah, no,
there
the
was
cause...
definitely, like,
no, the cause was religious fanaticism.
Yeah, no, yeah, the cause was misogyny.
That's, yes. Extremely correct, Buzzer.
Well, misogyny and religious fanaticism.
Yeah,
not all of the Salem witches were female.
Religious fanaticism, misogyny, as I said. Have you looked at Christianity?
Well, yeah, but Jasper also mentioned that not every single one that they did burn were lady witches. But yeah.
I had this conversation in another server, actually. In Oko's server. In Oko's server, we were talking specifically about how I don't trust any place that ends with Baptist church.
Yeah.
I've been in religious establishments before. I've been in that basement with the pool table. It's
hey, it's a ping pong table at mine.
You know exactly what I mean because you've all been in there.
It's a
sad part about it.
One by my house.
The real sad part about this is that when I was a kid, my mom was part of a group that did like occasional plays and whatnot, and the plays were housed in a building next to the daycare and hospital that she worked at. Good Samaritan Daycare and Hospital is what we would call it at the time. She worked, I think, both as like a part-time daycare and kindergarten teacher. I also went there when I was a kid, when I was really young, and I stayed there a bit to like help out when I got old enough. But occasionally, there's an old stage play I think called Harvey. It's about like a dude and his like imaginary friend Rabbit or some shit. But my stepdad and my mom partook in actual roles in that. But the building that it took place in was functionally a church and theater.
Yep.
And in one of the side rooms, Nikki.
Yeah.
It wasn't a pool table. It was a foosball table.
Yeah. It's one of those two. One of those two. One of those. Sometimes both. Sometimes both. I found because we didn't have a foosball table in like that basement thing, but the charters, like the religious charter school I went to, had a foosball table on the second floor.
I sit here. I'm like, how the fuck is this a universal experience? What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like I don't. When you have that much floor space to work with, I guess you can put in whatever you want. Churches take up an absurd amount of space, like too much space.
Yeah.
They don't need a basement that big. I guess I assume humans would sleep in the churches they built with their families, but that isn't a thing anymore.
I mean, also it used to be like the pastor used to generally live at the church.
Yeah. The pastor and his family would live at the church. Yeah. And that's how, and that's how the flock would happen, is because people would go to the church and that's like the community that would form around it. And then, housing would go around. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like stage 1 colonialism.
Yeah. There is something to be said about the fact that basically the only, like, community spaces in America are churches.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like for a reason. It's bad. It makes me very upset. It's like, we actually do have a mall nearby, and I'm like, a lot of my experiences at that mall were pretty fun. I liked going there, just to be there, because it was cool. It was big. It had like a big food court. It had like 3 or 4 different layers to it. It had a rainforest cafe.
Damn.
Man, that was cool. And then when Rainforest Cafe went out of business, that shit got taken out really damn quick. And I'm like, damn it, I got to go there once. I went there once as a kid.
The only third space yeah.
Malls are all fun and games until there's a church across the walkway from the Hot Topic.
No, that's fun and games.
That's
yeah, Jasper, that is fun and games. That's a perfect place to tag things with your friends.
That's true. You go to the Hot Topic, you get your MCR and your Nirvana t-shirts, and then you go and then you go the
heckle
church.
the homophobic pastor.
That's true.
You just stand
Extremely.
outside with a fucking like big ass boombox and it's blaring some fucking AFI.
Extremely loud, correct buzzer. I would play POD outside of church like that. I would.
Okay, that doesn't work though, because POD is a Christian rock band.
Oh, you're right. Shit.
F. Rip.
That's a shame because Youth of a Nation is like actually good.
You know who else is a Christian rock band? The Killers.
I mean, that doesn't surprise me.
Look, I say generally just look up the lyrics to Mr. Brightside and just read the lyrics as they are. Don't listen to it in the song.
Yeah.
They're
Oh my
a Christian rock
fucking
band.
god.
Yeah.
So so my Zoids friend just DM'd me, and we're apparently getting not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 new Zoids crossovers merch things.
Oh, that's good.
And and here's the thing.
Yeah.
One of them is more Monster Hunter. Can you take a violent guess as to what any of the other 3 would be?
Transformers.
I want to see a.
You got one.
Wait, Transformers?
Yes.
God.
And it looks really cool. I'm not gonna lie.
I was literally in the middle of saying I would love to see what a fucking Zoids Gundam crossover would look like.
Well, someone's made a really cool custom model for that.
Mm-hmm.
But here,
Call of
I
Duty.
put it in PlayStation.
Gundam versus Zoids in Call of Duty would be really fun.
Oh my god. Holy shit.
I wonder if she's gonna be up there now.
The type of really funny as in dies of cringe really funny.
So the other 2,
Yeah?
one is Pat Labor,
Oh my god, Patlabor?
the other one is fucking Spider-Man. Because
Let's
guess
go.
what? That's a fucking 80s callback.
Let's
That's
go.
been done before.
We're getting a Spider-Man 80.
There was a
No.
Liger Zero, there was a Spider-Man Color Edition at some point. I don't think it was ever a kit, but it did appear in a couple things. But most notably, it was in a comic book. There was Zoids X Spider-Man, I believe it was called, as a comic, like as a couple or like a one-off comic thing where they had like Zoid stuff advertised in a Spider-Man comic book. So that's a really deep cut right there.
Okay, hey, Nikki, pop open a screen share.
Oh, yeah. Hold on.
Oh, there were multiple.
Chat.
Holy these covers are fucking
How do
sick.
you? You're gonna know this better.
Yeah.
How do you close a script window?
Like a script, like a popped out script window.
I'm screen sharing right now, so
Okay, there you are.
I haven't touched any of the layout stuff.
So, just click on 3D at the top.
Oh, okay. I'm stupid. It's fine.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So you've got a static body, yep.
I fucking love
mimics.
that one.
Oh.
Oh, the small Zoids, the Hellcat, the Psychurtus, and the fucking Stealth Viper. That makes me happy.
You have a box.
Yes.
Alright, rigid body. Okay. It needs a... Alright, then it needs a collision shape.
Collision shape, so I can just click this. That's
a
fine.
big boy. Fuck.
No.
Then give it a
something
shape.
else.
Yeah, you'll need to... You'll want to make, like, a new one. Like,
Oh, just a fresh collision shape? Okay.
probably, yeah. Because the collision shape determines the actual physical shape it has.
Gotcha. And just making it a box shape would be easier.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no. The shape should match how you want it to collide. Meaning that if you're making a box, you should give it a box shape. and specifically a box shape that's the size of, like, the box.
Yeah.
By the way, Nikki, the way you're sharing, I can't actually see the gameplay. You would need to share
Fair
your whole
enough.
desktop.
Okay, gotcha. An interesting experience. Okay, so
yeah.
I have it set to this, and then it still phases through.
Yeah. How big is the collision shape you gave it?
I haven't touched it, but
yes,
I'm
that's
assuming
your problem.
it's. Oh, okay.
Yeah, make sure it is the same dimensions as the actual box. Wait, 1, 1, 1, okay.
One cube, yeah.
1 cubed.
Local to scene path.
Oh my god, that's also like the old cartoon Spider-Man. Oh my god.
Yeah, click on your rigid body real quick. Open the collision menu in Collision Object 3D.
This.
No, the drop down, I mean.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay, so Collision Layer 1 and Collision Mask 1. Show me your player controller.
Player control? This thing?
Right. No, yeah. The big, the actual player controller node. Open its collision. There, okay, so one more thing to check. What function are you calling to actually move the character? In your script.
Function.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So this is my
Okay, move and slide.
Yeah. This is the default.
Yeah. Okay, so
FPS
it's
controller.
default script stuff.
And what I found is that static body works just fine, but rigid body I've had the most problems with. But rigid body can be animated, if I recall.
Yeah. Rigid body E3D cannot be controlled directly. So I think what I'm noticing is you are putting the collision, like the physics body inside as a child of like the geometry, of like the visual geometry. Try swapping, yeah, or actually, I don't know why that wouldn't work with rigid body. I'm not entirely sure why rigid body's not working. This is what it's supposed to do.
I know, that's what's been throwing me off. Yeah. Just like this, I mean, if Lemon says it's supposed to work, it should work. But it's fine.
Yeah.
If I can find a way to do it this way, this would be way more optimal than tri-mesh.
Yeah.
So that's the current plan. I'm trying to keep the polygon count as low as possible.
Yeah, it's rigid body,
I don't think local scene is going to help things.
Oh, she is up there. Hell yeah.
Wait, did they change? Oh. I think I might know what's tripping me up some.
Did they actually make static body work like rigid body?
I believe they used to be called rigid body and kinetic body.
Yeah, kinetic isn't a thing anymore.
Yeah, so I think the old rigid body is now static body, and that's what you want to use for the ground and such. And the old kinetic body is now rigid body because it's rigid mesh instead of like soft mesh.
Got it.
I think that's what's been tripping me up.
Yeah, that seems to be what I gleaned when this hang-up happened. Was like, I mean, you're saying it should work, and I believe you because you spend way more time in Godot than I do.
I mean, not with the physics stuff.
Well, yeah.
Do you think I'm using the physics engine for a rhythm game? I'm not an idiot.
You could though as a gimmick.
You could.
For like a mini game or such, but no, you don't want to use a physics engine for a rhythm game. You want it to be in lockstep with the music.
Yeah. It'd be harder to program physics to match the rhythm.
Yeah.
Unless you did like game speed.
Mm-hmm. Level 90 dungeons, not.
I mean, it's not a terrible idea for a rhythm game.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, I think Lemma's half right. Whenever I see physics being used in a rhythm game, it's often for spectacle purposes.
Yeah.
Especially if they use physics in like a mod chart.
Yeah.
Talking like non-ATG shit.
Yeah. In a mod chart, either it's a mini game or it's not actually like really physics most of the time.
Yeah, like whenever they do like a platformer.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Like that's a mini game, and like if you're ever seeing like notes bounce or move like they have physics, that's entirely scripted, not actually physics engine.
Yeah, a lot of the baked-in note effects do so much of the heavy lifting in mod charts. Everything you see that's a crazy-ass gimmick is based on it.
And now there's like eases and stuff. I mean, not everything that's a crazy-ass gimmick. There are some gimmicks that are just completely that are using like shaders or whatever that are ridiculous.
Yeah, like ones that render entire 3D scenes.
Yeah.
Those are not baked in.
That's not shaders, that's just like geometry. You can just, like, the 3D scenes are like fake 3D. They're 2.5D. So they're all just like, you don't like, most people will not actually import 3D shapes for stuff. They will just use meshes and or like flat like quads and move them around to make a 3D environment. It's a lot more performant. Just cause like Stepmania's not that great with 3D objects, I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah. It's a little easier. But I am definitely not the most learned individual when it comes to that stuff.
I'm just talking about it because it's really interesting in how a lot of stuff in it works. There are so many layers to it and so many things that I am going to do inspired by it. And you all should be very afraid in like 12 to 18 months after the release of Beat Drop Heaven.
Yeah. It's gonna be interesting to see it from an outside perspective, for sure. I'm gonna be like, ooh, fun. Okay. I just have to go look up how to do capture mouse input. for you.
Okay. So, Chad, I have a question.
Yeah.
Right? And it's about a thing that gave me an existential crisis earlier today. I think I posted about it in the group chat. So there's this enemy. I know she's an enemy because she has a level and an HP bar. She's not hostile right away, and her name's Mother of Life. What should I do?
I remember fighting that at some point, I believe, but I forget the
she is a boss fight. She is a boss fight that happens at some point. I've heard, but right now she's just chilling. Like, I can even like walk up to her. She's not doing anything. She turned around and looked away from me.
Well, my general mentality is if they're not actively attacking you and the moment they see you, don't bother them.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's universal.
I had an existential crisis about it earlier, because I came up here, saw the HP bar, immediately loaded a full mag from my AK into her face. And didn't even see the name of the enemy till I went up to loot the body, and that's what the screenshot from earlier today was, where it was just Mother of Life. I'm just like, oh.
Is that good?
What have I done? But yeah, she respawns.
The real question, Jasper, is have you met Bella yet?
I don't know who that is.
You will. It is a random side quest that you can potentially encounter.
At basic point of the mother of life couldn't regrow somehow.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds like she's like whimpering too. Then I'm right here next to her.
There's a possible non-zero chance that could be Bella's mom, actually. Purely because of, again...
Oh, wait, no, I've met... Oh, wait, Bella is in... She's in, whatchamacallit?
Rippleby?
Deadsville. I think. There's a character in Deadsville that has... there's no teleportation towers nearby. But there's a... Deadsville that's wearing a pink dress and also has a squid for a head.
No, not the same character.
Okay.
Similar design, but not the same character. Wait, does Mana Font just recover all my MP now?
I believe...
Oh my god, it does!
Yeah.
Mana Font's a full MP restorer! Jesus Christ, okay! Wow, they definitely improved Black Mage's whole situation, huh?
Yeah. Well, some of it. People don't really like the new, like, people don't like the new AoE rotation and say it just feels bad to use.
Well, I haven't managed to use it yet, so let's see what happens. Because all I really know about that whole thing is that typically start with actually, what level is it? What does that start at?
I'm not sure. Like, keep in mind I have not played Black Mage since Shadowbringers.
I'll be right back.
So far, it doesn't seem that different.
Yeah, it's mostly just people being upset about, like, the slow flare cast that's necessary for it.
Did they just not fucking use triple cast?
Triple cast can't be used every time.
No, I know.
Yeah.
But, like...
Like, once you've burnt your triple cast, you still have to do more. Yeah. Like,
if that's the case, just don't use flare for a bit.
Niall, do you know about Flare Star?
Is that a newer ability?
Yeah.
Then no, because I have not played. I haven't played Black Mage since Endwalker because I
Yeah. Now you're required to use either Flare or Fire 4 now. And yeah.
I mean, if it's either Flare or Fire 4, just use Fire 4.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, it's not like a full AoE for that one thing, but I've played classes where it's a similar case. Yeah, Buskoon! Buskoon, my beloved. I will die for Buskoon.
I mean, you will. That's what Buskoon does.
Let me in so I can get that crate.
I actually really quite like that Buskoon's not inherently aggressive. He just kind of roams and walks.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, he'll shit out a couple dudes, but like they're pretty easy to kill, and they don't really bother you that much. You can outrun them.
I mean, you also
he just roams.
Shoot his leg, climb in, grab your thing, and either go for a ride or get on your bike and drive away.
Oh, Jasper, by the way, every Buskoon is individual.
Huh. Every Buskoon is personalized.
Oh man, if only.
Every Buskoon is personalized. But what I mean by that is that Buskoon has that item inside of it, a chest that you can open up once per day. Yeah. There are multiple areas that Buskoon can appear, and each one of those is individual. So if you've already grabbed like the one near Myers Market, there's another one not that far away. I think somewhere near Deadsville that also shows up, that one, that you can still grab that box from that Buscoon.
For both of you to assume I'm lucky enough to see it more than once a day.
Oh, he's always around. If you follow the path that he walks, he will be there.
But I just play game and roll.
Because I will run into him like several times whenever I'm playing. I also really love how absolutely inane that whole ramble was that I just said. Every Buscoon is individual. If you find the one in this location, open his box. The box, like a once-a-day box, you can go to the other Buscoon and grab his box as well once a day. That sounds so weird out of context, and no one knows what I'm saying except Jasper and Nikki, I bet.
I love being able to sit on the throne in Felcourt of Troya.
I know, right? Pull, like, do that Leon Kennedy shit, just pull a dumb sit pose, and then you get up and go, alright, time to get back to work.
You know what I don't get?
What?
Why the deer AI don't react to gunshots?
Because complicated animal AI is expensive.
Been good
The
to have
rabbit
you.
AI reacts to
Work for sleep
gunshots.
calls, yeah, definitely get some rest.
But
Surprisingly.
the deer AI won't react unless I physically run up near them.
Well, you know what? There's probably a reason for that, though. Consider it this way. Several other creatures in this game also act aggressively that shouldn't inherently. And I would consider it more around, they are now used to this world of weird, gross things and gunfire that they've probably grown accustomed to gunfire if it's not aimed toward them.
Okay, counterpoint. I just shot a deer right in the middle of a herd of deer, and the other deer didn't run away.
Prey animal stupidity. Same general idea. I honestly feel like with how many gross, awful monsters there are, I think being shot like that, if the one just fell over, it's like, eh. I also just think it doesn't really matter. It doesn't take me out of it at all.
What if the deer are
Because, like,
conscious that they keep respawning infinitely?
That's also, unironically in universe, that's probably that probably may be real. Remember, they're also not normal deer. They're called eclipse deer for a reason.
Yeah. They just see Bill get shot for the 17th time today by some survivor with purple hair and pronouns, and they're just like, well, same time tomorrow.
Oh,
my hair is brown
wait, you
and
can have
purple.
pronouns in Once Human?
I think it's ambiguous, actually.
No one has any pronouns in Once Human. Your character has two options. You have body type 1 and body type 2.
Nice.
Yeah,
Better
it's all up to how you perceive it, which honestly, given the theme of the game, pretty cool.
Works. Yeah.
Yeah, better games than Black Myth Wukong then.
Yeah. Oops.
Did y'all hear
To be
about
fair,
that?
I'm also... No, all I know about it is that game is actually fucking incredible. It's broken records, like, universally.
That's
all I know about the game.
If you stream it, you're not allowed to talk about feminism.
I'm gonna buy the game.
Under what rule?
Under
their
streaming guidelines.
Hey, I found the second.
Can they stop me?
They can ban you.
It doesn't make any fucking sense in any capacity.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Well,
the exact email that content creators who got early access got.
Yeah.
Okay, so genuine question here: how do they track that?
Watching your streams.
Meaning that they have a multi-thousand personnel dedicated to watching anyone with the Wukong tag for their stream.
I don't think you understand the amount of tracking that a company in China can do.
No, I do. It's just that, like, in order to genuinely do that, they would need, like, they would actually have to have, like, bot-level tracking that is also very against TOS on Twitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never said it was a smart policy of theirs.
It wasn't a smart policy, and someone immediately called them out on it, because I think one of the top viewed streams of Black Myth Wukong had every single, like, trigger word that they wrote down in the description of the stream.
That's fucking funny.
And the best part was they sent it as a Google Doc.
Yeah.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
So here's what the Google Doc said. Notice, by using the game key and creating content, you acknowledge that you have been informed of the following content, and your statements are not related to the marketing team. Do's and don'ts. Do's, enjoy the game. Don'ts.
Well,
do not insult other influencers or players. Do not use any offensive language / humor. Do not include politics, violence, nudity, feminist propaganda, fetishization, and other content that instigates negative discourse.
So wait, if I get a little randy for the monkey boy, then that will get me banned?
Yeah. Do not use
China.
Do not use trigger words such as quarantine or isolation or COVID-19. Do not discuss content related to China's game industry policies, opinions, news, etc.
Wow, they're really going full mask off for that, huh?
Yeah.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I mean, it's not the first. It's not the first game to have a shitty no feminism policy.
No, it's not. But it's also like first, it's like not giving a shit about how open it is about it. Like
that's just how it is with certain countries, with certain Eurasian countries, is that those are still problems.
I mean, it's basically a problem in the U.S. too.
It is, yes.
Yeah. I was gonna say, one of my favorite responses to it was, hey, game companies, if you're gonna do this, make sure you put this behind the NDA as well.
It is a problem. It is a problem in the U.S., Lemma, but we make Netflix series about it. There's a difference.
Like, I honestly feel like, okay, so if it's not behind an NDA, can they legally do that then?
Well, no, the contents of like the disclosure requirements aren't behind the NDA.
So so these are apparently just they're not real rules. They're just guidelines.
No. They're real rules.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't say it right. The actual like text on the page is not behind the NDA. It is describing the terms of the NDA.
So we can talk about the text on this page. We can't talk about the other things. Yeah. We can talk about this page.
The thing is that this happens a lot. I remember that a big one that a lot of people just refuse to acknowledge, one that I like half agreed with, for the record, was when there was like, when they wanted to do like no spoiler stuff, and they're just like, Atlas is a good example of just like, once you hit this point of the game, please don't stream it until like a certain period of time has passed.
Which is fair.
The problem is that by bringing attention to the fact that they didn't want people streaming up to that point of content, they may have accidentally spoiled where the main twist of the game happens.
The Streisand effect,
Yeah.
Atlas, up until Persona 5 Royal, just made it almost impossible to stream their games.
Yeah.
Or at least the Persona games.
I lived it.
They hard coded it into the games to make it damn near impossible to stream them.
It was it was an experience I had to go through because there's a couple of content creators I know who also had this experience, and it's where I learned from their deal. Is in order for you to stream Persona 4 Golden up until the PC version came out, and other like console versions, the only way for you to record gameplay of it was either to have owned the original PS2 release or like a $50 flat TV version of a PS Vita, and then buy an HDCP stripping capable.
Oh yeah, HDCP stripping.
It was like they did their damnedest to make sure that people couldn't spoil things, and content creation just wouldn't allow that to happen.
Yeah. But with Persona 5 Royal, when that released, they specifically said, yeah, you can stream the game, but only up until the point that the new character gets released, and then you can't stream after that.
Yeah.
That was pretty early.
Yeah, no, it's like...
I was waiting for him to say, "Hi, Jude!"
Yeah, hi, Jude. You have joined during a tirade.
Yeah, my Wondrous Tales is popping the fuck off tonight.
Yeah, hell yeah. I'm taking a little break, but I am in the process of adding input capture. Hooray,
I'm
hooray.
going to kill a sea turtle with a baseball bat.
Why?
No.
To be fair, you are not given a choice. They recently added in some new animals, and the fucking snapping turtles are inherently aggressive, and they will kill your ass if you try to ignore them.
I see.
Yeah.
Self-defense.
Which is one of the animals I mentioned earlier. Like, there are animals that act aggressive that shouldn't. Snapping turtles aren't like that. Most predators aren't like that. If they are chasing you, then that means they are very angry and want you dead because you fucked with them specifically. There are crocodiles in the game.
Actually, it's not a snapping turtle, it's an eclipse turtle.
I'm thinking about that one fucking video of a guy running around with a shovel.
The real indicators in the water, yeah. No, they're Nile crocodiles. I can tell by the pattern on the tail.
So the real reason is I need meat because this is a survival game and food is important. And food expires very quickly if you don't do like a fucking jerky.
Yeah.
If you don't get the air dryer and dry your food.
Or a fridge. You can make a fridge eventually. It only slows it down. It doesn't stop it from going bad, but you know.
Yeah,
so I also recently I finally was able to fucking I was able to make the bacon burger recipe with crocodile meat because of that fucking dumbass video that I love so much.
Lamau.
All because the guy saying it says it in a funny accent. Crocodile meat.
Any raw meat will expire within 4 hours of you picking it up. Any cooked meat expires within 24 hours.
IRL. It's all on a server that does like
it's on
decent quote unquote resets.
Yeah.
But not like progress resets, just world resets.
Yeah.
No, they do progress resets.
Yeah.
It's hard reset when the server gets when the server gets reset. It's everything. Your character level, your progress for your character, everything. So if you don't put things that aren't deleted after resets into your private, into the personalized world that you get, I forget what it's called, like Ever Isle or whatever. Your own little subspace of you can build whatever you
Final
want
Fantasy
here.
14.
I was gonna say Everwood from Monster Hunter, but you know what? Also valid. Think of it like the island that you get in 14. Same kind of deal. If you don't store all that stuff in that place, then that also gets deleted if I was told correctly. So
not
keep it in mind.
Heard, but I could be wrong.
True, but I will also not take any chances on that. Remember, the game still has some bugs, so I'm not gonna take any chances on it. If it says it's gonna be deleted after the season, fine, whatever. If it doesn't say that, I will put that shit in a place where I know it cannot go away.
For now, just know that it will fire every time.
So I'm just being cautious about that whole thing.
Yeah, but it might not be like the full case of the game.
True, but hey, think of it this way: you stored shit. Congratulations. That's still there. Either way, you get to keep it if it's not true.
Alright, time for Alliance raids, Stormblood and... Oh, yeah, Stormblood and Endwalker.
Oh, there's also a sanity bar in the game that you have to pay.
Yeah, that's just there to to make things a little bit more difficult if you're not careful.
I am gonna be right back, just a minute.
Okie doke.
Oh, great. Hello? Is my mic working? Is Discord working? No. Okay, great. Wonderful. My stream decided to disconnect while I was gone.
Yeah, I saw that. I was wondering if you had to like reset your your router or whatever.
Nah, I was just doing my like usual midstream get up and check out that stuff's doing all right.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna disappear for a second because I gotta go grab food.
I sure do love typing in commands and realizing you can just hit enter to plug them in immediately. What an amazing quality of life choice.
So many weapons are... Oh, weapons are only 500. Okay.
That's actually fucking precious. What the hell?
What's up, Niall?
I don't know what game it is, but apparently DBZ characters, Android 18 and Krillin have matching lobby animations where apparently 18 will call Krillin on a cell phone and Krillin will respond. And Krillin like paces back and forth as he's talking to her, and it's really cute. And I'm like, oh my god, that's actually really adorable.
Yeah. It's if I had to guess, it's either Xenoverse or Kakarot. Yeah. One of the two.
Apparently, it's an early beta.
Oh. Huh.
Oh, it's Project Multi.
Oh, that explains a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah. I had.
That is.
You ever have just ever hear someone say something and it makes you have a realization that shakes you to the very core of your being?
Every so often, yeah.
Every day.
The concept of people in Minecraft modding communities who don't know about Buildcraft, which was the first mod that let you actually move items around.
The real question is that purely because they've only just started doing it, or is it because they are now they are young enough to not know that it exists?
This person has been around the community for a long while. Just like there was just a whole era where like one of the most important mods in Minecraft history just wasn't there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like, basically every Minecraft tech mod is... Sorry, I just got interrupted by a mentor black mage getting killed by a tank buster cleave.
I swear to God, it's like I feel like putting on the crown constricts blood flow to your brain. Like, the number of mentors that I've seen that are just like that, I'm baffled by it. Like, I don't get it. Although at the same time, they're probably in a similar boat to me, where it's like the only reason that I even pick up the crown was purely because I could. Where it's like, yeah, I like being able to help out when I can, and I think I'm like fairly decent enough to other people in game that I probably could just like give out help when needed. But at the same time, it's like, are you doing it just because you want the status, bud? Is that what that is?
I don't.
You use the prestige of the crown, is that it? You don't want any of the responsibility that comes with it?
Yeah.
With FF14 Mentor Proud comes great responsibility. I just want to for the aesthetic, bro. you're not gonna help people with or anything? Helping people. I think so. Yeah. Yeah. I think there's a double seat chocobo that you can get.
Yeah, there's like a bunch of mounts you can get.
Hold on.
Oh. I love the internet.
Yeah, the Astro.
Just another day in the office.
So, apparently, now whenever I have a minor network stutter, OBS just disconnects from Twitch stream.
Yeah.
I don't know why, and it's very annoying.
It sometimes has to do with CPU overload.
Yeah, but it would tell me encoding overloaded, or say that I'm using more than 2.5% of my CPU on OBS.
So, there could be another reason.
Yeah.
Same reason I had to deal with a while ago.
Yeah.
That, I don't know, was it really fucking hot this summer for you?
No, actually.
Okay, because what winds up happening around here is that it gets so hot that any, like, open-air exposed internet cables we have around here melt. And then, because they melt, it gets, like, reduced of efficacy.
I'm on Wi-Fi and have been since I set up in this apartment. Wi-Fi is okay if you're close to the router.
Yeah,
I'm also
are you
not
close to the router?
But like,
of course.
It only started happening recently. I hope it wasn't like the recent OBS update or anything. I'll dig around in OBS settings at some point.
Oh my fucking god, I think I just found the perfect fucking gun blade for me to use.
I love some of the names in Once Human.
I really like Mitsuko. I'm not kidding.
Mitsuko is...
I swear, like, every time I hear her talk, like, I swear she's voiced by the same lady that voices Orihime and Bleach. It sounds so much like her that I'd be shocked if it's not. But apparently IMDb doesn't list every character who has a voice in the game.
No, IMDb, A, not a great resource if you're trying to look for voice actors. B, there's kind of a weird stigma with voice casting in certain countries. China's one of them. Japan has a very particular like, they own your likeness down to, like, they will censor your real life face. Well, because they own the rights to your face kind of shit. I don't know how it works in China, though.
Incorrect. That's not actually why they do that.
Yeah, well, okay,
do you want to know why they do that?
Yeah.
Because popular VAs get stalked and murdered.
Yes, that is extremely true. You're correct. I forgot about that detail.
Yeah.
And also, the only metric I have for that is judgment.
Yeah.
So, it's not I mean, it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, like, there is a big stalking problem, especially because, like, Japan's voice actor industry is very much tied into the idol industry as well.
Yeah.
So, like, stalking VAs, especially female VAs, is a major problem.
Yeah, casual reminder that there's I'm gonna now tell a bit of a story here that happened some time ago between Arknights and Azur Lane. There's a character in Arknights who goes by Platinum. She's one of the waifus of my sister. We both like the character a lot, and she's a great character and everything. Well, apparently, she was on, I think, vacation in her home nation of Japan. She's a Japanese voice actress. And she went to a shrine that was meant to remember World War II, or soldiers lost in World War II, as every country has one. And yes, war crimes were abound, I get it. but it's also like a shrine that's, or like a location that's meant to be a calm, peaceful atmosphere. It's a grave site.
Yeah.
So she goes there, she takes a photo of the place and says, this place has a nice atmosphere or a nice energy about it. Instantaneously, the entire fucking Chinese fan base smashes her, ridicules her, says and does horrible things about her, and then she gets cut from Arknights as a voice actor indefinitely.
Ooh.
All because she was not aware. All because she took a photograph and said, I like the atmosphere of this place, probably not really realizing that, yeah, there may have been a few there that were probably quite known well-war criminals. But then again, during wartime, at this point in life, who isn't? But it's like the amount of effort they went through to cut all ties with this person and ruin her fucking career over a photograph.
Yeah,
but it's like,
I mean,
it's insane.
Yeah, the Japanese voice industry is at least a bit better than the American voice industry, where there's only one voice actor.
Correct.
Well, actually, no. There's 2 voice actors. If it's not Nolan North, it's Matthew Mercer.
I mean, I was saying Chris Pratt.
Okay. There's a difference between voice actor and body actor.
Yeah.
There's 3 actually. It's Nolan North, Matt Mercer, and Yuri Lowenthal.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. No. Genuinely, the American voice acting industry is so insular.
There's only one female voice actor, and it's Christina V.
Oh my fucking god. I gotta say though, that I'm still like kind of proud of her. Like, I remember when she was just someone who did like her own personal cover of a thing she liked on YouTube, and then all of a sudden I see her name in like really big, prominent anime projects, and I'm like, whoa, what the fuck?
Yeah, no.
Did Bad Apple blow her up that much?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know which one came first, but it's impressive.
Yeah, no, like, there are a lot of really, really skilled American voice actors. It's just that, like, Hollywood productions only use celebrity VAs now.
No, yeah, they want star power. I mean, again, you want a good example? That Borderlands movie did that wrong. It's like they did
if you want me,
wrong.
okay. Do you want me to be completely honest?
Yeah.
That's not like the only reason that movie was completely wrong.
No, it's not the only reason at all.
Look, I would argue the casting would have been okay if the script was anything like Borderlands in the first place. What happened was that the producer of the film was given a script. It was a written script by Gearbox that was just like, okay, we made sure that this is like accurate and properly represents the game and whatnot. The producer of the film, the director of the film, however you want to say it, threw that away and did his own. Without like any context of what Borderlands even was, which is why there's so many fucking plot holes all over the goddamn place. It's because he didn't know what the fuck a Borderlands was.
Yeah.
So yeah, and obviously the guy has like a massively overinflated ego because anybody who regularly goes below 20% on Rotten Tomatoes tends to have one.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's a mess. So like it's not even that I'm mad about it. It's the fact that Pitchford decided to use that to brag that his writing, like his company's writing, was better. But it's like that's not a high bar.
Like Borderlands 3's
Randy,
writing
please.
was still bad.
Borderlands 3's writing is terrible. And it's not even exclusively the writing's fault. It's the writing and also the game design fundamentally. Is like, if one of my biggest pet peeves in a video game is objective reminders.
Yeah.
I like when a game reminds me every couple of minutes or so that there's an objective to do, or even like provides a vague hint about where to go in an instance of an open world where it's fucking huge. What I don't like is an NPC telling me for every 15 seconds while I'm in the middle of fighting enemies to get to the objective I'm trying to do, how stupid I am that I can't find it, even though I found it. I'm just fighting shit.
Yeah.
That's what annoys me. That's Borderlands 3. Is every 15 seconds a character does not shut up. They refuse to shut up. And in every single quest, you're sitting in there and you're forced to sit next to an objective and you're forced to listen to some dude tell you shit, and it's always the most degrading shit. Whether it's collecting some dude's underwear or helping some dude get out of a porta potty, it's some degrading shit that doesn't feel accomplishing as something with such high renown as being a vault hunter.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense. It annoys me to no end when a game treats you as an idiot. When anyone who is playing that game is probably old enough to put 2 and 2 together and make fish. Like, it's not that hard to play an open world game. Yeah. A rant so bad I started frothing at the mouth. Nah, it's fine. I don't have any repressed anger. What are you talking about?
I've read your drafts, Nikki.
No, yeah, don't worry. Believe me, I get the same way about certain topics. No, trust me, I get it. I fully understand.
I am about to go on a full dissection of my entire personal self combined with the death of the modern gaming industry. And it is going to be I already have to consider putting a content warning disclaimer at the front of the video and realizing that it's going to be a list.
Oh boy.
I genuinely say that you should do that regardless.
Yeah.
I was going to.
There is a point where it's like, when it comes to anyone talking about like the current state of insert thing here, there's really no avoiding the people who will go out of their way to not just not read that, but then also fucking
use it to inflate their own. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've had that experience.
On the flip side, people who will make videos using your video and reacting to your video to make their own video about it, who are either yes-manning you or like pausing the video every 3 words to tell you why you're wrong.
Critical video
honestly,
Nikki Resoul situation is crazy.
I'm gonna say this right now. If I don't see that shit get referenced in a critical video within a week of its release,
well, yeah,
I'm gonna be disappointed you haven't hit the big time.
I'm pretty sure Critical's still on hiatus.
Oh
yeah.
no, yeah, no, it's like I'm just like, it is definitely within the bounds of like him picking up the topic because you're like, it's being used for someone else's stupid opinion.
Oh yeah, still thinking about how Critical actually got to make a Critical Situation is Crazy video, and not only did he get to make it, he was also completely in the right.
Yeah.
Yeah, was he like totally unaware that it happened at first?
No.
Where it's like,
do you want to know what it was?
I mean, I watched the video, but like it's been a while since I have watched it.
It was about him saying that it should be okay for trans teenagers to get hormones, which is, you know, objectively correct.
Yeah.
Like,
oh my god, I can't believe people are getting canceled for defending trans people.
yeah.
That's crazy. That never happens.
The problem is...
I definitely don't have a 2,500 word section specifically about trans representation in video games.
The problem is that our boy, Charlie Moist Critical, went into a dialogue with fucking Sneeko, thinking it was gonna be a dialogue.
Critical, you dumbass.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, like, he didn't know that that dude was going to be recording it and using it for content. He was not told.
Sneeko wasn't recording it. Sneeko was live streaming.
Yes, like, he was not aware that he was live streaming at the time. and he was not told until he was already roped portion into the conversation. And he's like, you know what? Like, he put up with it purely because he's the kind of guy where it's like, look, I believe people can change, and I believe that, yes. And I'm willing to give the benefit of the doubt. The problem is that it's like, there's some, like, look, I believe the same, yes. Everyone deserves a chance to change. I get that. But when you have gone on for so long being the same goddamn person with all the criticism you get, and also having acknowledged that you're kind of a douchebag.
Yeah, I mean,
I have little hope that you're gonna alter yourself at that point.
Yeah, Sneeko has no incentive to change. Being an awful person makes him so much money.
Yeah.
Not only that, but Sneeko is a chameleon. He has no morals of his own. He will look at whoever basically gives him the slightest amount of attention, the slightest amount of positive attention, I should say, he will immediately try to become like them.
Yeah.
Because before he showed up on one of Andrew Tate's podcasts, he hated Andrew Tate. He even said Andrew Tate was an idiot.
Yeah.
But then Andrew Tate gave him some money to be on a podcast with him, and he immediately quit.
Yeah. Oh my god, you mean the easily malleable intelligence of an idiot can be swayed with something as simple as capitalism? Gasp.
No.
That's fucking crazy. What? Stop the press.
Never.
Hold on. What year are we in? We're in the roaring 20s now, right?
I haven't seen something that terrible since 1907.
Yeah. I remember the great hot air balloon race of 1907.
Powered entirely by a bunch of racists and some idiots.
Ah, yes.
The same hot air being recycled again and again.
That joke is gonna stay. That joke is gonna stay in my head.
Brainworm jokes be like.
So I will say to go back all the way to the thing that I said that got us off on this tangent.
Yeah.
I like the player names in this game. There's hits such as Goth Lesbian.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
That me.
Yeah.
Forgotten Soldier. There's a dude running around named Plagiarism.
Actually, yeah.
That's really good.
That's S tier.
That's good.
If he just speaks in Shakespeare quotes, 10 out of 10.
I know they actually talk like normal person in just normal conversations in the world chat.
That's a missed
But
opportunity.
it's hilarious. Because for a little while, I didn't realize that was a player name. I thought people were just genuinely talking about plagiarism in game for some reason.
Honestly, that's a pretty clever subversion.
Mm-hmm.
I respect it.
Right. Hey, Chad,
because that almost directly
pollutes
pollutes the sensationalist reaction.
I am queuing for specifically the Raider on a Lighthouse.
Oh god, you're gonna be there for hours.
No, I'm not. I'm good at math.
Yeah, you are. That is
No,
what the entire player base is.
I think my Q is what I think the Q time is what.
Also, I'm thinking
Average
of
wait
a
less than
different
5 minutes, bitch.
I'm thinking of a different lighthouse, to be fair.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of the one that took like 30 seconds, where it's like ready for the hardest boss fight in the game.
Oh yeah, the old one.
Yeah, the old lighthouse.
Yeah. Raider on a Lighthouse is the Stormblood one.
Yes. That's the... I think that's the FF12 base one.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Evilise raids.
Yeah. See, I know about that. I was around when people were doing the Evilise stuff. That's all I know about Storm.
I wasn't, but I was around when you had to do those to get the free Shadowbringer's relic weapon starter. And I remember there was like it came back to me because I started playing the game about the time Shadowbringers dropped, like a week before. And before that, however, I did see the occasional post about like the famous glitch where like if you did an emote and then moved halfway through, your upper body would be stuck in whatever pose it was in. And there was a very funny video, Average Lelafell Day, that used that glitch within like the couple hours that it existed in game before it was immediately fixed. But there was one other one that I remember seeing, and that was the horrors of Red Chocobo.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Where like everyone was doing that quest line all at once, so there were like hundreds of Red Chocobo casting meteors all over this one zone, and like viewing it from afar, you're like, what the fuck is happening over there? Why are people screaming? Why are Chocobos summoning meteors? What's going on?
Yeah.
Like, when I got to experience that in game in that same way, I'm like, oh, I understand everything now. Yeah, I can imagine how bad this could have been back when it was new.
I miss Circus Tower Savage. Did y'all hear about that?
So, I did. Fun thing for you there, Lemma. That's still sometimes a problem.
Mm-hmm.
I saw it happen in a run that I was in a couple days ago, where it's like, oh, we have the ice, and then like 90% of everyone died anyway, despite them being behind the ice block when it went off. And I'm like, wait, what just happened?
I love raycasting. It always works perfectly with no flaws or performance issues.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Jasper?
The one thing I will say that is slightly annoying about Once Human is this alert that pops up about every 30 minutes from the system that says, to ensure your gaming experience and account security, avoid offline transactions as they may cause financial loss and security risks. Per our policy, comments about offline transactions will result in a mute penalty. Please report any violations promptly. Thank you.
Yeah, they started doing that recently because I guess recently there have been yet another wave of the whole RMT shit.
Yeah, so that'll pop up in the chat, which is not it's not obstructive. It's just down in the middle. However, it will also pop up as a scroll right in like the middle upper half of your screen.
Yeah. Hey, Lemma, do you have a minute? Are you still queuing?
Yeah. What's up?
I'm crashing on boot for input mouse due to a standalone expression that doesn't make any sense to me.
Input.mouse mode captured doesn't mean anything.
No? Okay.
Nope.
So I just delete it.
Let me, Are you trying to make it so your mouse is captured?
Mm-hmm.
Go to your project settings, project, upper left, project settings, general, mouse cursor, under display, or, under window? It's somewhere in here. Input devices pointing. Oh, what the fuck? Where is it?
I just type in mouse.
Fucking hate the spiders in this game.
It is input. So, do you remember that input.mouse mode captured thing?
Mm-hmm.
You have to actually, you have to actually assign that to input.mouse mode, and that should be in your ready script instead of like just in unhandled input. So I'll just drop like a code snippet.
Okay, thank you. You said voice text? Yeah.
I like that.
So instead of replace 26. Replace line 26 with this.
Yeah, well,
And
no, not line 26. This needs to be in a separate ready function. You entirely delete line 26, yeah. So yeah, oh, yeah, you already have it. Yeah, funk ready, yeah. Get rid of the line 26 thing that you put back, because that will just make it explode.
Well, yeah, I didn't change anything.
Yes, delete that. Delete input.mouse mode captured. That is what was causing your crash.
Yeah, I knew that, I just didn't know if it was because it just wasn't relevant.
Oh, invalid get index transform. The fuck?
This was from the crash.
Okay,
Before this is...
okay,
so if I just...
Yeah, okay, yeah. So, double click that line to say where it's going to. Yeah, so, update. So, that transform.basis line seems to be causing an issue. The resolution is too low for me to get a really good look at it. So yeah.
I can update the Let me just go to...
You know, it's none of this. This is something completely different now.
Well, no, I was gonna up the font size so you can read it.
Okay.
I forgot where font size was though.
Yeah.
I think that's an editor.
Yeah. Go over to the output tab real quick in Godot. Output at the bottom.
Output here.
All right. So that it's not showing up there. Then so debugger again. Yeah. Is it saying what the? It's. Oh, you set a breakpoint. You're telling it to stop there. Click on the... Do you see the little yellow arrow with the red dot next to, like, that line? Yeah, okay. You don't want the red dot. Get rid of it. That is what's stopping the game. Yeah, Nikki, click next to line 39 again. There, now it's good. Okay. Now it'll just work, so, yeah. Yeah, that
Okay.
Oh, invalid. Okay, now it's actually saying some invalid get index transform. Oh, transform doesn't exist on your camera controller or on camera controller. So, oh, it's because camera controller is not anything. You're never assigning a value to it.
Oh, okay. So...
Or it's exported, so yeah. Click on your player controller in the upper left of like the scene tree. Yeah, you were never giving it a camera controller.
Okay.
So you need to actually tell it what. Yeah. Do you see the assign button on the right? Right hand, fully. Assign with camera controller.
Yeah,
Yes.
Hold on. There.
Yeah.
I just needed to find it myself first.
You don't have a camera node in this scene, do you?
Oh, this is this. So this is here. This is my.
Okay. Oh, I see what you want. Yeah. So assign that camera 3D. Yeah.
Okay.
Now it should work.
Okay. So. Boot it. There we go. Cool. We now have...
Yay.
We now have a walking simulator. That's a start. Thank you, Emma.
Yeah.
An interesting stream experience of just doing 2 different types of raid prog, teaching your partner how to edit or teaching your partner how to script, and teaching scrubs how to raid. Both of which are interchangeable technically, because you're gonna have to teach my dumbass how to raid eventually. Who knows? Yeah. Fun.
Oh, fucking spiders.
Okay.
Have you met the face spiders yet?
Yes, the toy spiders. I fucking hate them.
So, if I go to Steam Tools, I can just go download Hammer.
Yeah.
My least favorite though are the purple festering spiders.
Or do I need to download Source SDK?
Thankfully, they do not damage you if you kill them first.
Nikki, you
they
probably
still
want
explode,
Hammer
they don't
plus
do
plus.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
That's just on the Git. Or not Git, sorry.
Yeah.
There's a website for it.
Yes, there's a website for it. Get any version of Hammer plus plus. I don't believe it matters.
I'll just get whatever the most recent stable is.
There's 5 different versions of Hammer plus plus. One for Gmod, one for TF2, one for Left 4 Dead 2, one for Counter-Strike Source, one for Day of Defeat. Oh, actually 6 of them. There's one for Half-Life 2 as well.
Yeah. I'm looking at it right now.
Why so many?
Because they're all very different versions of Source.
Yeah.
Like, there's a difference between Team Fortress 2 Source and Left 4 Dead 2 Source. I can confirm this because I've made stuff in Half-Life 2 Source and Left 4 Dead 2 Source, and there's so many fucking just bits and pieces of nonsense that Left 4 Dead 2 needs to function.
Yeah. Oh hey, my Q-pop.
Feel when no coconut.jpg.
Yeah, Godot VMF is so fucking nice.
Godot VMF. You'll have to extend that for me.
That is the VMF is the Hammer like level format. It's what lets you actually
right. Okay.
import Hammer levels into Godot.
I'm assuming, based on this discussion, that I'm gonna need one of either 2 of these, which is the Garry's Mod one or the Half-Life 2 one.
I don't believe it matters which for Hammer VMF.
Okay, and I also have to go to like the asset lib in Godot and get
yeah, and
Hammer.
get Godot VMF, yeah.
that TFW when no coconut.jpg and it's a picture of a blue screen of death.
Yeah. Sadly,
actually,
the coconut PNG is apocryphal. That was never actually a real thing, but
I know, but
funny,
like it's still my favorite gag.
Yeah.
Like whether or not it's true, I don't care. I will not move that image because I think it's funnier if I perpetuate the joke.
Oh boy!
Okay. Honestly, in this economy, we all need load-bearing coconut.jpg. we all need.
Yeah.
We all need.
Nikki, I linked the Hammer VF, the Godot VMF repo, which has like install instructions and setup and such.
Got it. That's probably. Oh hi. Discord like restart spontaneously. It's been doing that with me.
I believe so. Yes.
So yeah. Okay. This.
So I found this area. There's a bunch of cars just floating.
Lamau.
And one of the whispers here says, "It's an art project. Okay, I like it, Picasso."
Oh, that's a jump puzzle.
It's a jump puzzle?
Yes.
Oh boy, there's jump puzzles.
Yes. But you have to interact with the parking meter next to the hodgepodge first.
That parking meter?
Yes, it is timed. You got 30 seconds. Good fucking luck. It's not difficult, but there will be obstacles. So enjoy yourself.
Okay, Mustadio time.
I rarely miss.
Fun.
Show him your hole.
Okay, so this wants me to install Source SDK base 2013.
Hey, you didn't tell me these obstacles immediately.
I'm gonna end screen. Oh no, I have to edit this.
Why would I tell you that? It's more fun if I don't.
Source SDK 2013 single player. This. Honestly, I'm kind of excited. I haven't worked in Hammer in a long time.
So my advice is figure out the path before actively engaging with it, if you want.
Constantly
because
under pressure.
Do. Sorry.
Pushing down on me.
Y'all are
Pushing down on you.
Y'all are complete fucking dorks. All of you.
Pushing down on you. You're an asshole.
That joke will never get old to me. Because, like, I heard that part of the song, it's like, oh yeah, it kind of does sound like that. So I can't unhear it now.
Yeah. It's why you haven't watched Spaceballs, because you're just like, oh, I don't want to ruin that.
Yeah, well, no, that's correct. Like, I've mentioned that before. The reason why I refuse to watch Spaceballs is because I actually like Star Wars, and that will corrupt Star Wars for me to an irreparable degree. Because my brain is very unfortunately quite susceptible to brainworm jokes, which is like the entirety of Spaceballs.
The entirety.
The entirety. Well, every single Mel Brooks thing is like a joke every minute.
Yes, but the thing is that it's like you get the Robin Hood Men in Tights is just like a free range story. So it's like there are enough Robin Hood variants where like they're not the same after a certain point. Like I can go back and watch the furry Disney one just fine and not have to experience like everything getting ruined for me because I watched the Mel Brooks one. Yeah. But like, and then you have Blazing Saddles, which while I haven't seen it, I've seen bits of it, most notably the fart with the fart joke, quote unquote, plural. But again, that's its own story. It's not gonna corrupt anything. Spaceballs, however. Spaceballs is a complete parody that's meant to fuck you up with the original one.
Yeah. There is a couple of movies I'd say that you could watch the Mel Brooks version because it's better than the source content that it's satire.
Our tank failed to show whole.
Oh no!
Wow. Cringe.
Tri-finger butthole.
God.
You will occasionally find messages like that, by the way, Jasper, in Once Humans.
Oh yeah.
I would assume since we can actually type whatever the hell we want.
Yes.
My favorite thing about the community messages is that 90% of them are extremely helpful.
Yes.
Like every single time you go clear a town or whatever, there's people who are just like, oh yeah, just go here. Go here for the crazy route. Like, yeah, thank you.
And there are like illusory-based puzzles that are placed around the map.
I just realized that we have 6 sages in here.
Good.
Every single healer in this is a sage.
No, it's more. 8 sages.
So I got my so the loot that I got is a 4x scope for my Remington 700.
Yes. Yeah, those there are I think there are like 3 or 4 different types of puzzles like that around. There is a track the eye balloon. You have to like shoot it 3 times to get it. There is a move the camera and angle it while you are standing in a box to make sure that the sign like you recreate the billboard and a chest will appear. There's a good few like interesting world-based puzzles. If you see a lonely camera out in the middle of nowhere, interact with it and figure out what emote it's doing. You'll get something for that too. I like a lot of the interesting little world puzzles.
Yeah, I love that. The first gun the game gave me was a Eagle. On my first character that I first tried making on 139, the first gun it gave me was Deagle and the AK. On this one though, it gave me the Deagle and a double barrel shotgun. Which I quickly
there is a
double barrel shotgun with a
What kind of ammo is your current like main gimmick?
Depends on what I'm running for my sniper rifle. It is still the first copper bullets.
Okay, I was gonna ask like, how far you are, because there is a location in the game where you can like, where when you approach it, a giant motherfucker will walk out of a wall, and there's like a gear chest in front of it that will give you an AK.
So I have the AK. I can get the AK. I can make it if I wanted. I have the blueprint.
I wish all computer mouse have very stopped fucking up.
The bell of youth guides your fate.
Oh, very important note that I'm pretty sure you probably already figured out. Weapons and gear that you find, you cannot repair and reuse. You can only do it with ones that you personally craft.
Which is dumb.
It is dumb, admittedly. You're right. It's a little stupid. Like, I get why, but also kind of dumb.
Yeah.
I love the fucking shoulder check you get when you sprint melee. The shoulder check is so good.
To the current of life will succumb. Its judgment swift and final. Its bite as cold as steel.
I also love that when you shoulder check one of those dudes, their arms fall off.
Oops. Ah! I love that I can choose to either continue to stay over the shoulder or go first person.
I think like primarily you can also like do both. You can either like I have it set so that I have to hold my button to go to defeat to terminate over the shoulder. So I'm used to doing it that way.
Hold for over the shoulder, tap for ADS.
Yeah. That's what I do.
Huh. I think our tank might not have done this before. Luckily, we're not the ones getting sent to the dimension, so not gonna fuck that up.
I love that. You are being sent to the dimension.
Yeah.
I know I mentioned it earlier, the sanity mechanic in the game. There's two ways to improve your sanity stat, for those that haven't played the game. There's sleeping, which will restore your sanity. And there's also these things called sanity gummies.
I like how there is actually an ability in the... Oh! I got hit by a line buster because I lost where I was. I like how there's actually an ability in the game called Unusable that just has no activation condition. Like, the Unusable... Like, Unusable, this duty action cannot be used at this time is literally, that's an action.
Yeah,
that exists in the game. Like... It just is never activated. You can never use it. But it has all the stats for an ability. It has a recast time. It has range and radius.
Don't you love it when your game is running off of like really old code, so you gotta have like placeholder abilities just to make sure that it does like it's gonna turn into it's gonna be something. Otherwise it might break. So it's like, yeah, sure, just make a fake one so that we can it'll know what to do and no one will question it. So I just think it's funny. You know what? I appreciate that. It's fine. What are you doing today? Nothing. Well, technically you're sitting down and doing something still because you're breathing, so that's still something. And it's like all this fucking just a Yoshi slap. Yeah. Terminal montage Yoshi slap.
Yeah.
Shrieks softly as the giant AoE appears.
Giant double AoE. Yeah. That was an overlapper.
Parse error. Okay.
Uh-oh.
I think we'll see. We'll see how I can fix this. It could be something as simple as a typo. It could be something as ridiculous as...
And we're about to wipe because our,
Send us from our sins! Gaze deep into the light!
Speaking of wipes, I gotta buy more wipes. I can't use normal toilet tissue anymore. At least not by itself. I gotta buy more, but I don't have money.
rip.
Anger.
Yay.
Well, that's the first time
Yay,
I've worked on
capitalism.
that boss.
Yeah, that's gonna be an experience. Okay. God, Vector 3.
Yeah, Vector 3. What about
Vector
it?
3 is the most temperamental.
Vector
The
3 is...
Crocodile has 3 whole games? Damn, good for him.
Vector 3 is just X, Y, and Z.
No constructor matches the signature.
What's the...
Oh!
What are you passing in to make the Vector 3?
I'm currently passing it for mouse rotation.
Lemma,
Yeah?
we have promo art for the Pat Laborde Zoids crossover.
Ooh. Yeah, Nikki, I will look at your code in a bit, because I think you've just, like... are you passing an X, Y, and Z value into the creation for the new Vector 3?
Yeah, there's an XYZ coordinate tied to it. There's a mouse rotation coordinate tied to the Y and X coordinates based on conditions.
How many Vector 3s are you trying to send in?
I'm only sending in 2, one for player rotation and one for camera rotation.
Into one Vector 3? Send like a snippet of your code.
How do I just copy paste?
Yeah, just copy paste it.
Okay, I'll just.
Oh boy.
This is the only thing that has issues.
Yeah.
How do code? Is that this? Never.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
It's under no urgency, so do your thing and then. Unable to write. That is incorrect. This is my computer.
It's telling you an issue with the constructor?
Yeah, no constructor of Vector 3 matches the signature. Vector 3 float, integer.
Wait, float, integer?
Yeah, float, int. I'm assuming int means integer.
What? Why? No, you're... Did you accidentally... Nikki, you accidentally put a comma.
Oh, I know why. I put a comma. Yeah, you're right. That's exactly what I did wrong.
Yes, Dev 101. One little typo, everything fucks up.
Shout out to Aliens Colonial Marines.
God!
Yeah.
I was gonna say the same thing. Hey, that 0 should be a 1. Are you sure? Yes. We'll fix it in post. 10 years later. Hey guys, I fixed that 0 to a 1. You're gonna get part of our dev team. Yeah, I know. I'm aware of that.
Actually, no.
I'm very aware of that.
It wasn't a 0 to 1 change.
No, I know.
No, do you want to know what it was?
What?
They changed signal with a capital S to signal with a lowercase s.
Yeah. Yep. That's how simple it is to fuck up AI.
Funnier.
Yeah.
That's somehow funnier.
It is horrific. It is horrific how bad syntax can be sometimes.
I fucking hit the shift key when I didn't mean to. Sorry, guys.
Alright. Well, as of...
Didn't fix the bad writing, though.
Okay, well, now as of today, I have a properly functioning player controller. Hooray! I can now walk.
Yay.
I can now walk and look around at my avant-garde museum of primitives.
Yeah.
Dude, you have no idea.
Ruination is come. Ruination is what?
Well, congratulations for Ruination. I wish I could.
Ruination is a sadly useless Pokemon move in most scenarios if you would want to use it, unfortunately. So you let's get rid of it and replace the Dark Pulse with fun.
Well, that's because in Pokemon nothing comes.
That depends on who you ask.
Well, no, there's only return. See? Volt switch, maybe?
Oh, I see. That's why frustration exists. I get it.
Yeah.
-2.
Man, I can't... I can't wait for the Porygon Z move, Cybergoon.
-4!
The player character's father comes and goes.
-5.
I think we're recycling this bit now.
Yeah. I think, I think this is gonna...
Waiter, cancel that bit.
I'm leaving a negative review on this bit on Yelp.
If I could give 1.5 stars, I would.
5 stars. We live.
5 stars. Didn't get food poisoning.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes that's the standard
no
you're at.
punctuation, all lowercase.
It is surprisingly hard to not get food poisoning, I found, from experience. For those of you in the chat who don't do this, wash your fucking hands.
Yeah.
There are people here who have been a part of that lived experience of like what happens when people don't exercise hygiene. I ain't fucking with it.
It's so fucking funny seeing 6 Ukrainian doses on one enemy.
I thought that was going a completely different angle, and when you said Ukrainian, I was like, oh, okay, I have no idea.
Ukrainian doses is Sage's dot skill.
Okay.
So, that means there are 6 sages who are all actually properly using their dots. You love to see it.
I mean, I'm just glad to see that so many people enjoy Laserbert.
I found one of those line up the thing puzzles that you were talking about.
Oh yeah, like the billboard signs. I love those. I unironically love those.
Creature. Fucking, every so often I fucking think about the toe biter bug, as it's called.
Uh-huh.
Mostly because there is now a meme going around of you know the Jeb Wins meme that went around for a while. They're now doing that with the fucking toe biter bug.
Yeah.
Weird bug in charge of the nighttime.
I know about the Jeb Wins meme for a completely different reason. I know it because of Klonoa speed.
Please send me that. I haven't seen the picture. I need to see it.
Hold on, I got you. For a very brief time on the store Steam on the Steam store page, Klonoa was like in the top seller over Speed Deck for a little bit of time.
Oh, okay.
I need to go find the original meme. Hold on.
I think I misheard the name then, because I heard it as the name of the cat boy from Dawn Trail that we're all falling in love with. So like I'm just imagining him, but it's like in reference to the whole story of Dawn Trail.
Yeah. Here you go. I'm posting it in VC chat right now.
Okay. Yeah, I heard the name wrong, so it ended up funnier than I thought it would be. But at the same time, I do like that. That's good.
Yeah, it's a classic.
Hashtag name here sleep is still a pretty funny meme format. I'm not gonna lie.
We need one for Country Miku, because there's so many great Country Mikus out there right now.
Oh yeah, I love how that's become like a massive fucking thing now.
It happens like every year, but I love it anyways. More Miku is good. I may be biased. I like robots.
Yeah, just the robots.
Shoutouts to the softest robot.
I am waiting for our Reaper to actually join up with the party.
Oh god, Reaper, please.
They're not doing it. I've got to wait like 20 seconds to grab them.
My ultimate is not ready. Fuck over here, Reaper.
I found the best video. Oh, yeah. I love that. That's good. That's really good. I would probably be this person. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, Jasper, I need to DM you something.
Finally.
I need to DM you something that's gonna give you whiplash.
I'm scared. Oh boy.
I sent it to Niall already. Niall knows what I'm talking about.
I finally got them to join us.
Well, I sent it to you beforehand. It's the thing I showed you where I was just like, what the fuck?
Oh, the video? Oh,
yeah.
Oh no.
Here we go.
Oh no, describing it as the video is worrying.
I can post it in. I'll post it in VC chat.
And guessing it's once human stuff.
That's in the title of it. It's gonna spoil the show.
It's a Hyper animation. Hyper is one of my favorite FPS animators out there.
Oh, that's not real. I thought it was real. I'm not kidding.
Real. It's an animation. That's why I was just like, wait a minute.
I was gonna say, like, okay, that looks too. That can't be real, is it? I don't get it, but like, no, it's like, okay, it's an animation. It makes slightly more sense.
It makes slightly more sense, but it's insane.
If you told me that it's real, I would fully believe you. Because people just do dumb shit like that with guns IRL, so it's like, yeah, of course, why not?
But it's a Call of Duty, or well, it's a Hyper animation take on the Half-Life Alyx block, the one that has like the weird hopper on the side that you can upgrade it with.
Yeah.
But it's animated by Hyper, and it's like, I looked at it, I was just like, oh, wow. I had to blink for a second, because I saw it, I was like, who would be so dumb that they would actually make that? And I looked at who it was, and I was like, oh, it's an animation. Oh shit. Now I'm scared. This is what Call of Duty is gonna look like in about like 2 years, and I'm terrified.
This will be Call of Duty in 6 months. 7,000 gigabytes.
7,000 gigabytes each frame.
Gigabytes? Really? I don't know if it's going to terabytes.
That'll be Call of Duty in approximately
the 25th of August.
That'll be Call of Duty in approximately 2 months.
Yeah, when Black Ops 6 comes out.
Immediately cried. It's once again the crisis scenario all over again. Hey guys, I modified my gun to have a like 2% more fire rate. Crashes game immediately. Physics too heavy.
Yeah.
As we all know, unfortunately for me, Activision has me by the balls. So I'm gonna have to find space on my hard drive.
Well, don't say it like that. Say that they have you by the girl dick. Make it more interesting.
I don't have that problem because, much like a reptile, I can detach various parts of my body and regrow them later if anything has me too tightly. I'm so glad you said it. Thank you.
It's a fucking banger of a song.
It unfortunately is. It's a brainworm. Yeah. Brainworm affectionate.
Magical Penis by the musician King Missile.
That shit is old time and it holds up, unfortunately.
It's one of the. It's right up there with it's right up there with Psycho Stick in terms of like the YouTube meme scene kind of deal.
Between Siva Gunner, Psycho Stick, and who was the other one?
It has been a long time since I've seen any of these mechanics.
I don't remember.
Under God's shit.
I don't remember.
Mister, I had to get nerfed 5 times to be viable in this game.
That just shows how strong he is.
I still think about that a lot, honestly. that was before my time playing it, but I remember the stories of like they had to like redo this guy's entire fight like 5 times before he was like actually worth fighting. Like he was actually that difficult.
Everyday normal guy.
Okay, then.
Imagine walking into your house and immediately getting sprayed by 5 fucking sprinklers.
I don't have to think about that. I have experienced that.
John LaJoel was a YouTuber who did music like 16 years ago. I don't know if he still does. But yeah, he did a song called "Everyday Normal Guy."
Yeah.
Oh, that was fucking banger back in the day.
There's one very old YouTube video that is unfortunately just lingering in the back of my brain. Like a disconnected synapse that once it heals will just snap back into reality. It is a very old video about, like a parody song that uses, it's like the Mario 3 athletic theme as its backing track.
You shall know the day. God, I am so tired. I've streamed 4 times this week. I don't know the last time I did that. Yeah.
Certainly. I know I kind of had to cut down to 3.
Jude, you were so quiet.
Sorry. 1 sec, I gotta adjust the throat. I had to cut down to 3 for that exact reason, to be honest.
Yeah.
3 hours?
Or 3 streams a week.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because
I'm kind of in that same, like, ballpark. Trying to be fun.
Yeah, because I did Beat Drop Heaven Dev on Wednesday, and both Friday and Saturday were Raid, and, now, of course it's Parallel Play right now. So there's some mechanic going on that I was fine for and did not have to worry.
Sleepy babies.
Alright. Do I have to launch Source SDK before? You know, I don't think I have to worry about it.
Where the fucking king that it gave me go?
Okay, slice is right time.
It's still so fucking stupid.
Denizens of the abyss, from ink of blackest night, I summon.
Yeah, no, as soon as I'm done with this and I do my last Wondrous Tales stickers, I am definitely wrapping up. I am tired.
You did do Raid Prog 2 days straight, like, right before this.
Yeah, and I did clear. So, I've at least got that to celebrate about.
Okay, so check this.
Hey, time for all of the mechanics at once.
Okay. I believe if I just click this, it should be fine. Aha! Okay. Hammer ++ has been installed.
Oh!
So now I just have to get it compatible with my Godot project. And then I can begin the slow, meticulous process of learning how to use hammers to make N64 style levels.
Yay.
Which is a lot easier, admittedly. Start small, right? Why go for hyper-realism? When I feel like everybody wants to play an FPS RPG that looks like perfect art.
Yeah.
I have absolutely no experience with that as a game beyond, it exists.
Perfect Dark is, I mean, if you played the original N64 version, not amazing. It's definitely like one of those instances of a game that's extremely ahead of its time, that's just limited by an odd control scheme that was very much on its way out.
Yeah.
Because Perfect Dark was the year 2000, so like the GameCube was right there. And then they got acquired by Xbox or Microsoft, and then Perfect Dark was the Microsoft franchise. And Perfect Dark Zero is a whole other thing. But the original Perfect Dark I directly attribute as a sort of revolution of FPS, because it did a lot of deliberate FPS animation with a rule of cool to many of its reloads. Because in GoldenEye, all it would do was that it would just bring the gun out of view below you. It would just like lower the gun, and then you'd hear like click click, and then you'd be reloaded enough and whatnot. But Perfect Dark had reload animations. But Perfect Dark's also just a really interesting, like, objective shooter. I like it. It was also, I think, the first console FPS to ever have AI bots in multiplayer.
Yeah.
It's like super ahead of its time. That said, I'm using it as an inspiration because of its art style. Go ahead.
It turns out that high fidelity art styles are expensive and kind of suck.
Honestly, a part of it is that, like, not only is it really hard to learn how to do stuff in high fidelity, and there's a lot of caveats to working in high fidelity. For instance, one thing that a lot of people really like with that, and it's what Hunt Showdown specifically succeeds at, is the use of microterrain in its level design. That's really hard to do if you have no concept of that. But one of my favorite aesthetics, I feel, is the remastered art style of games like towards the end of the 20th century that are then remastered in the first decade of the 21st. So stuff like the XBLA version of Perfect Dark, or the HD versions of Banjo-Kazooie and stuff like that, where it's like, the art style is still the same, but it's just like double the resolution, and they add maybe a little bit of normal mapping or additional reflective mapping to certain things, and that's the kind of look I want.
Such, Luckily, Godot has pretty good lighting stuff.
Yeah, I need to find a decent. Let me try it again. I need to go find a proper. I can't remember what the name is. RxGI or something. One of the skyboxes. I need to go find a skybox. Like that. And then this has and then Godot has an animation sweep in it, right?
Yeah.
Then I just have to learn how to model and rig in Blender, and then figure out that import font. It's not gonna be too bad. It's just like that's gonna be like a day of work, is preparing everything to be like, okay, this is my level pipeline, this is my edit, this is my modeling and animation pipeline. But from what I've heard, Godot is, if you know what certain errors mean,
basically the only issues I've had with Godot so far are in terms of their UI stuff, and one specific feature that only freaks like me actually need.
Which is?
Audio waveforms. Like audio waveform
so like different formats?
Well, no. Like waveform visualization.
Oh, that's okay. So like spectralizers. Okay.
Yeah. Or like just like the normal like volume waveform thing.
Yeah, spectralizers are fucking hard.
Yeah.
Because then you have to like have an audio codec that supports it.
Nicky, not even spectralizers. Like just like showing what the volume of audio is at a certain point in the track.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, like
you would have to like generate a waveform and then like.
Well, Godot has something for it that is used in the Godot editor and cannot be used by other Godot projects. It's editor only.
Oh, I see. So you're gonna have to learn how to make an alternative.
I'm gonna have to re-implement it at some point, which sucks. Because do you want to know what language you use to make, like, lower level Godot extensions? C and C++.
Okay, C++ is a nightmare.
Yeah.
C, slightly less of a nightmare.
Mm-hmm.
Still not great. I was really hoping C#.
I feel like with you all being coders and whatnot, it sounds to me like being a coder is a lot like being a self-sufficient crafter-gatherer in FF14. You pick up one, congratulations, asshole! You gotta pick up every other single one in the game, otherwise, good luck.
That's not really the case, luckily.
No, but
Mercifully,
it's just like the idea, like that's what that's what my brain's comparing.
The best way to look at it is, say you have a book that you really want to read that's in a different language than what you're used to reading. So, for instance, you're a native English reader and speaker. You're trying to read, say, a German book or a Russian book or what have you. Mm-hmm. But you're learning how. But not only do you have to then learn that language, but you also have to learn how to then translate it back into your own language.
Yeah,
and then about a month or two down the line, you realize, oh, I could have done this way better, and then you throw all that away and you do it again.
Oh God.
That's coding.
Yeah, and if you mess up your pronunciation, John Segvault comes over and kicks you into the dirt.
Yeah.
Okay, ready for me to go gambling? There are 10 spots still open on my board. There are
You
3
have
of them
3
that will
bingo
each give me a
potentials?
line. So,
Okay. Everybody put your praise in chat.
Here we go.
For your Lemagambates.
Dark bingo.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Wow.
Cat?
It
Okay.
went out of its way to not
Do you
give
remember
you
how
one.
I
That's
sent
insane.
you my Actbot thing or my Wondrous Tales earlier, and it was almost perfectly set up for 3 lines? 0.
Not a single line.
That's crazy. I love gambling.
I'll throw hands with a child, putting on boxing gloves while I walk up to Chloe.
At least I get a Time Worn Braxkin map and some XP. And I also get to set Chloe Aliapo on fire.
Oh, not directly. Hitmonchan, use Thunder Punch on Chloe, would you?
I need to talk.
I swear to should I just end stream right now? It just disconnected again.
Oh, well.
It is around the time that you usually end.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, like, I want to end it with a raid, you know?
That's
no, yeah,
true.
that is fair. I would say if you manage to get it back, yeah, just raid out immediately.
Yeah. Well, I need to go pick up, like, my stuff.
I, for one, am going to hop out.
Sounds good.
I will talk to you all later.
Bye-bye.
Good night.
Night.
Mushrooms. Give. No mushroom boy. Sad.
I'm so salty, chat.
Completely understandable.
Ah!
Wow.
You good? Okay, reconnection finally successful. Funnily enough, I'm going to be raiding shortly, but I do need to hand this.
This fucking game, I swear to God, that shocked me so bad, and it's so funny.
Oh, right. I forgot I need to give my current treasure map to my retainer.
Did you lightly tap that lip on that rock there while riding a motorcycle? You're now the SpaceX next project. Good luck, asshole, as it flings you miles into the air.
I love it.
Extension.
Yeah, I'm just gonna pick
like,
this up and
it
then
shouldn't
wrap up.
happen, but it's so funny because it's so sudden.
Hand over
It
journal.
it literally feels like the fucking shooting stars meme.
And hey Cat, wanna watch me do it?
Where the fuck was that goddamn mushroom cave?
I mean, it's a tradition. You kind of have to.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna wrap up for now, so, let's head over to just chatting. I should not do 4 streams a week. I am too tired for it. It takes too much energy, so I'm probably just gonna stick to 3 or so.
Yeah, probably.
Let's find someone to raid. Oh no, Cider Spider's still not done?
Really?
How much time is left? Okay, 25 minutes left on Cider Spider's subathon, might as well. Alright, let me dance in. Raid Cider Spider. Thank you all so very much for watching, hanging out, joining in. This has been a lot of fun. Thanks to everyone in call. Oh, this is gonna be my last stream for the week, because oh my god, I'm tired. I might try and build up streaming stamina more, but like college is starting back up again soon. I've got a bunch of other stuff on my plate. It's so busy. I'll do what I can though. When we get over to Ciders, please do not forget to drop him a follow, a sub if you want to torture him further, but I need to go. So, how about we get this raid started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. See you soon!